It's the book of Alpha Running Man, homie. Read it or weep. When you're not happy with who you are, then you're gonna have a life of misery. If you can't accept that your plight is your plight, then you're gonna live a life of misery, man. That's just what it's gonna be. You're gonna live a life of misery. Women who want to be like men live lives of misery. Yeah, they look happy and they look fly in their little cars and their little clothes and all that right there. And they got their nice little pad and all that. But when they go home at night, man, they sipping on that wine, reading that old crazy hood novel, and they're living vicariously through the characters in those novels. Because women who take all of their time and dump it into their careers end up the justification for it is that they get all of this validation from all of these men online. Let me tell you something. I don't mind men validating women online. I don't mind these guys going in there, man, leaving 1,000 comments on a woman's pic. Because what it does, it gives her a false sense of accomplishment. It gives her a false sense of validation. She doesn't know that the majority of these guys are just thirsty. The majority of these guys are willing to, they're willing to push up in anything. And if she's attractive, yes, they'll pay her, but they don't care. But the fact that that little infinitesimal validation that's not even really validation could make such a difference in her life, it just goes to show how miserable she is. The more miserable you are, the more you need to be made to feel better. Women's lives have become more like men's over the past 50 years. That's what they wanted. They wanted to be more like men. They wanted to be able to go out, make their money, be the breadwinner. They wanted to go out and deal with the world. They want to go out and deal with society the way men deal with society. But guess what they found out? Being outside the house ain't the same as being inside of it. Inside the house is her world. Outside the house is a dog-eat-dog world. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here. And they weren't prepared for that. So you see, men have historically experienced more unhappiness than women due to the pressures and stress of being the obligated breadwinner of their household. It's a lot of stress to go out here in the world, man, and compete out here with everybody trying to get to the money. Where there's some guy, man, business is an unscrupulous environment. It is a very unscrupulous environment. And I'm telling you, women didn't know that. They went out there and they just thought, well, you get to go out there and make the money, you control the money, blah. But then when they saw what came with that, yeah, that brought some misery to them. So while they went out there and decided that being a career woman is more important than being a doting wife and loving mother, they also have to take on that workplace foolishness or that employer stress. They didn't think about that part. And guess what? They're already emotional. So it doubles down on them. Baby Jasmine, appreciate the $5 super chat. Said, can you tell me why my boyfriend is not talking to me? I believe he sleep with another woman. I mean, you're going to have to give me more information than that. If he ain't talking to you, you got to look at what you did. This is the thing. Men don't really stop talking to women for nothing. So if he's not talking to you, that's something you did, something you said. You may not think it's anything, but if he thinks it's something, then that's where the trouble is. If a man tell you, I don't want you doing that, and you do it, and he stop talking to you, you just got to take that on the chin. You got to start listening to your man when he tell you that he don't like this. Your ass don't need to do it. When he tell you that he does like this, you need to put it on your list of things to do. That's another reason women are so miserable. They're too damn hard-headed. Won't listen to nothing the man say. Profess how much she love you and then turn around, man, and do everything the opposite of what you told her to do. Confess how much she want to be with you and then turn around and don't take care of any of the things you told her to take care of. And then when you put on ice, she go right back to crying like she ain't did. And then, oh, you so mean to me. How am I so mean to you? I gave you an opportunity to do what you were supposed to do and you didn't do it. And now I got you on ice. You want to complain about it. Part of the problem is women are miserable because they want to be damn miserable. Obviously, they all can't be that slow where you tell a woman to do something, tell her, hey, this is what I need you to do. If you want to roll with me, shawty, I need you to do this right here. And then they go do the opposite. If your mind can't function any better than that, then you need to be led. You need to do everything you told to do because obviously you're going to make some mistakes. So you got to, any woman, Anytime your man ain't talking to you, he got you on ice, you better retrace your steps to see what you did, because you did something or said something. It could be something simple to you, but it's obviously major to him. You gotta retrace your steps and check out what you did, because I'm telling you, you did something. It's hard for a man to just leave a woman alone for nothing. We don't function like that. We like things to flow smoothly in our lives. So if a woman is in our life and things are flowing smoothly with her, we don't push back on a woman when things flowing smoothly. If she's doing everything she could do to keep the momentum going, this is another reason that women are so unhappy, because women don't understand that ultimate happiness comes from a woman being with an alpha male. A woman can make all the money she want to make. A woman can have an amazing life. She can take her friends on trips and friends on vacation, take care of family and all that. But the ultimate waiting to exhale moment, a woman is waiting to exhale until she comes across an alpha male. She'll spend her whole life waiting to exhale until that alpha male shows up on the scene. Then she gets an opportunity to exhale. She gets an opportunity to let all the pressure off. She gets opportunity to fall into her femininity safely. There's something about being in the presence of an alpha man that makes a woman fall into her femininity, and she feels safe falling into her femininity, because she knows the more feminine she becomes, it's not going to do anything to damper his masculinity. She knows it's going to be there, and so she just falls into her feminine state. And this is part of the problem with women, man. They don't want to make the compromises, and it's not even a compromise. They don't want to just be who they are and go with their feelings, go with their gut, go with their intuition, go with their instinct, and do everything they got to do to keep alpha male in their lives. So what they end up doing, settling for a beta male simp mangina. Now, another thing is this, man. There was a time where women were told to just wear the happy face. Now, these days, it's not only acceptable, but normal for women to relay whatever their true emotional state is. That's why they complain so much. All they're doing is voicing their unhappiness. See, we as men have this idea that women have been happy. Women have never been happy. Women are never happy. They want everything. They literally want everything. You can't make a woman happy. A woman, she's never going to be happy. That's why men say, man, I'll make my woman happy. I say, man, you're a fool. You think you can make a woman. A woman can't make herself happy. This is the main thing. I think this is the main reason that women are unhappy. This is the main mindset that makes a woman. I don't need no man. Nothing leads to a woman's unhappiness more than I don't need no man. You don't need no man for what? Everything that a woman holds important, she needs a man to do it. A woman needs a man to feel beautiful. A woman can beautify herself all she wants to. But that's why they always throwing up pictures. Man, let me tell you something. There are some women, man, with regular profiles on IG. They don't even have those type of profiles that where they just, out there just trying to show themselves. But even those women show themselves so they can get likes and comments. A woman can't even be beautiful without a man. She can look at herself and tell herself she's beautiful, but a woman can't believe she's beautiful without the validation of a man telling her she's beautiful. And this is the thing. If a woman doesn't have an alpha male telling her that, she needs hundreds or thousands of beta males to tell her that. You find me a woman who got an alpha male in her life, and that woman she don't need no beautification validation from nobody else. You find me a woman who ain't got no alpha male in her life, and she'll take as many likes and comments about drinking bath water as she can get. She'll take as many as she can get. Why? Because women don't believe they're beautiful. You need proof? They're confused about what beauty is. So she can't be beautiful without a man. She can't have a baby without a man. Even if she don't have sex, she still got to get sperm from a man to have a baby. Lesbian couples do artificial insemination all the time, but guess where the sperm come from? They better hope it come from a human man. Could come from a male buffalo, but they don't know. But they need a man. They go in with the intent of using a man's sperm to create a baby, man. She can't even protect herself. Certain areas she won't dare go by herself. Certain things she can't even carry in her own house. Hell, the average woman can't even change a light bulb in her own house. You have to understand, bro. And the ones who can, the ones who cut their own grass, the one who do all this, man, the one who change their own oil, the ones who do all that, man, they voice and everything be changing. Find me a woman with a sweet disposition that goes out there and changes her own oil, gets under a car and changes her own oil. You find me a woman that changes her own oil, I'm going to show you a hard-bodied woman, man, that halfway act like a dude. You can't find a feminine woman who does masculine things. Every time a woman does something masculine, she loses a tad bit of her femininity. Every time. You don't believe me? Perfect example. Let's look at the WNBA players. They don't play basketball because they just want to play girls' ball. They play basketball because they want to play basketball. Man, those girls had dreams of playing in the NBA. That's why they created the WNBA. How many of those girls look feminine? Hey, now Skylar Diggins ain't half bad. Skylar Diggins ain't half bad, man. I saw her on Wildin' Out one time with some jeans on, man. She ain't too bad. But I'm going to be honest with you. Compared to the actual beautiful feminine women in the world, man, I still, man, put her at like a 7. Look, I'll tell you what. Skylar Diggins the coldest thing in the WNBA, and she a 7. Let's put that in perspective. I mean, she the coldest in the NBA, in WNBA by far, and she a 7. See, there is some truth to the fact that single mothers do have to play the role of the father sometime. They have to take on some of the responsibilities that a father would be there doing sometimes. They have to do that. Let's be realistic. And now, do they do a great job at it? No, but they have to do it. They have to try it. They have to try to bring up the rear in some of those circumstances where a man's presence would serve better to solve the problem. But single mothers are absolutely, the majority of them anyway, I say most of them, are absolutely a little bit more hard body than a woman who's not a single mother. They just a little bit tougher. They're a little bit rougher. They go a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? They kind of rough around the edges, man. It's one of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game when you're playing with them because they have to tap into an energy that's not supposed to be tapped into by a woman. So even a single mother, yeah, she gives herself props, man, and says, you know, I take care of my children. I'm the mother and the father for my children and all that. She says all of that. But it alters her being. It changes who she is. She can't be submissive and feminine. So, you know, another thing is this, man. And this whole I don't need no man thing, bro. It is really, let me tell you what I don't need no man really means. I don't need no man really means I can't find no man that I want who's willing to deal with my foolishness. That's what I don't need no man means. I don't need no man means that the men that I would want don't want me because I'm not feminine and submissive enough. And the men who want me, I don't want them. So you know what? I just don't need no man. She ain't saying I'm so cold, I'm so raw, I'm the truth. I don't need no man. She ain't saying that. She ain't saying she's so strong and powerful she don't need no man. She's saying that when she look at her options, she got to settle for that, man. I just don't need no man. I ain't settling for this sucker right here. You know what I'm saying? I just don't need no man. Just go somewhere else with that. I don't need no man. I'm good. I don't need no man. Shh. It's the book of Alpha Running Man, homie. Read it.